It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the Browns' field-stretching tight end. He went well over 100 yards a week ago and found his way to the end zone. It's the Browns and the Buccaneers, just ahead on EA Sports.
It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today we've got getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your starting receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 14 carries, 64 yards.
He comes into this one ranked 9th in the NFL in rushing. I think that every member of that offense knows exactly where he sits. You can see it from every one of them out there. They're all fully committed to making this a game where he really breaks free and climbs.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Coming into the game, the defense knew they would provide an excellent pass rush, but not provide any gaps because he's really strong with his legs. How about that confidence booster there on the first defensive drive of the game? They know they can get to him now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive, and right away, he lost the football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Looking middle, and that's complete. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now Watson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. The contact on that run came pretty early. Nice job just to push forward and get some extra yardage. Good game.
It certainly was, because the initial contact did not signal the end of the play. His mind, his body, his legs said keep turning forward, and he gained more yardage.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Watson now to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Phillips.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
A first carry for Rachaad White. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. And complete to Lewis over the middle.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. On first down, Brooks. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lewis.
And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
One of the selling points of the end route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Here's Watson. Caught on a slant. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. They'll try the left side. It's Brooks. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. He'll try again.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Field goal's all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The Bucs sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll dump this off to Cook. The last 3 plays have resulted in gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards here. They'll try the middle with Cook.
Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a give right side. Wilcox. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
On 3rd down, it's Gainwell.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. A tight one after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Out of the gun, Watson. Complete. This is Lewis. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On the move to his left.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit.
From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. They'll drop to throw.
Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one open downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the 1st down. Well done all the way around.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
A quick pass here to Godwin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Setting up the screen for Cook. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Throwing on third down, Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion.
That's taken on the 25. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Jake Camardas in on now to punt this away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And not his best effort there as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
Cleveland offense making their way out as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And this is incomplete. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Brooks. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Watson on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Phillips.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
3rd and 2, Watson.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the 1st down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. On 1st and 10, Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Chigakonkwo.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had two previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's Jake Camarda now.
.31 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers will take over here just shy of the 30.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
He's going to keep this again.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. They'll throw now on the final play.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Browns, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
So here are the Browns to take over.
They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Allen has it left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. They'll try the left side. It's Brooks. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brooks, good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. On 3rd down, it's Brooks. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Brooks.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
They'll run on 1st down. Brooks.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Now a give right side. It's Brooks. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage Back at the 43-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll dump this off to Cook. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll set up a throw.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
On 1st down, Wilcox. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cade Otton from 6 yards away. And the Buccaneers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Browns set to take over. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Watson. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. It's Brooks, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there, and what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit, because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Brooks. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Brooks, and he's going to get this one down to the 45. On 2nd down, it's Brooks. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Brooks. And he's got room past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Now for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Cook up the gut. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air, eluding the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Now Watson, he's going to back away and call a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. And Allen's got it. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Now back to throw. He's got Otten. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell from 6 yards away. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fielded at the 20. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They start the drive here with Gainwell.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
On 2nd down now. It's Brooks, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the 1st down if they can. It's 3rd down. He finds his target, Allen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Brooks, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Brooks. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
So now the Bucs down on the scoreboard. A little over a minute and a half remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep.
Wiley. Oh, definitely.
All the veteran name.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
He's back to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Giving to the big tight end on 4th.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Looking for Cade Otton that time.
But it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. That's Watkins. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now the attention, it turns to the Browns. Trailing by 4. A little over 20 seconds to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down.
Watson finds White. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Watson to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Tampa Bay, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Browns, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.